Hey, good morning, everyone. Stephanie Halvik here from RN Faces with the Skin Classic Dermafrac Illuminate. Here today to assist all of you that would love to host spa parties, gain more clients, and obviously more money, but all the while having fun. So I'm hopping on right now and I'm going to let some people join in. When you do join in, please let me know where you're watching from. And hopefully, you have gotten on our wheel. Let me just show you this for a second. Hopefully, you got in on this wheel for the Lumara Viso mask. Retail at $600. We're going to get a winner at the end of this broadcast. You must be present to win. When you win, pop up with your name or message me directly your full name, shipping address, so that my trusty assistant, Jackie, could get the Lumara mask off to you. And you know how much I love my Illuminate LED 5-minute treatment. Well, this is the little sister that will keep the clients looking great in between treatments, and of course, yourselves as well. Okay, wow, everybody. Thank you for hi, Colorado, Jeanette. Awesome. It was really nice to see you in Cleveland. I'm sorry we didn't get to spend more time together. And okay, great. So as everybody's hopping on, let me know you're here. And also, all week long, I have been coming to you with some helpful hints and tips about creating a spa party. And we're going to get into the spa party business, but that doesn't mean you have to go mobile, okay? So, for those of you that have brick and mortar, that have been slow, would like to get a jump start, really get those pieces of equipment off the shelf and working hard, you've got to have some interest, some spa parties, some exclusivity. Exclusivity. Yeah, that's it. So that's what we're going to try to create today. Let me just hide this for a little bit. And so I'm going to get on with the slideshow. A few things too. There are going to be some links and some videos. So if at the end of this presentation, you want this presentation, go ahead and in the comments, I'll make sure that we get them to you personally. Just presentation, and I'll make sure that you get them. There are some important links in here too, so that might be a good thing to do. So let's get to this right away because everybody's busy. So we're not talking about like the old Tupperware party, but guess what? Spa parties are nothing more than glorified, glamorized Tupperware parties. They were organized in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and highly organized. And to this day, spa parties should be highly organized too. I'll show you how I organized mine, very unorganized, but I was still so successful with them. So, but we have different systems in place now that will make this duplicatable time and time again so that it won't feel like work, maybe the very first time, but after that, it should be very, very easy. Um, so, before we even get started, this is one of those important links. So, when you are investigating whether you are able to go ahead and do mobile services as an esthetician, now, as a healthcare provider like myself, as a nurse, an NP, and a DO, whatever the title may be, medical wise, generally, there is no regulations for you going to do concierge work, party work. If you want to call party work concierge, private work, we can do that. It's the estheticians, the cosmetologists, the nail techs, the hairdressers. They're the ones that are bound by boards of cosmetology. And as you will see, this link, which I'm going to show you in this stream here, will let you see what the regulations are state by state. So again, if you want the slideshow presentation in the comment, I'll make sure you get it so that you're going to get like this whole thing too. Like now I'm going to go through here. Let me find my slide. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to bring this down a little bit. This is what you'll see in that link. State by state regulations. And I'm not going through every state, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here. And okay, so I'm going to go with Colorado for one because I used to live there, although I wasn't bound to it. The concierge off-site, you can do it. You can do a mobile unit. You can do events, but it says mobile salons are allowed and licensed. There is also a fee for licensed shop operator that allows services to be performed in other locations, such as homes and events. So, in other words, you may need to get a just a license to be able to do events, maybe from your town. The board may not recognize that or give you that, but probably your town. There are some places that say no, like the District of Columbia, no new regulations pending. They're revamping their regulations. So this is an old link, maybe about a year and a half old. So the link may change, but I think it's been updating as I keep going on with it. So I feel like it's probably up to date. So if you go through, you'll be able to see, like Georgia, no, no, and no. Well, I don't know why that is, but no true mobile salons are allowed. And in some cases, some of the salons or some of the regulations read something like this too. Unless your client is homebound, you can't go and do a mobile service. So people can go into homes where they need to have their hair addressed or their feet addressed and they're homebound. So you can do that. There are different ways to work around it, not illegally, but within the guidelines and the law. So just make sure that before you do go mobile, meaning picking up and going out and doing it, that you are working within scope of practice. So this brings me to my other point is this. Okay, so you poor Georgia estheticians, you can't do it, right? So what are you going to do? You're going to hold your parties within your brick and mortar. So I'm going to get into that. So don't be real disappointed if you can't do it because spa parties, or as I call them, sparties, will be able to be done um, in your office. So that makes it exclusive for some of your clients. So it will build interest. So don't worry about the whole mobile thing. I think we're going to be just fine. So there's that with the regulations and finding out. But again, for you nurses, you don't really have to worry about that. You can pick up and go, do your services. Now, if you find out you can't, and you see that in print, please bring that to my attention because that's always good information for me to pass on to nurses that are interested in starting the way I did by doing microdermabrasion, microneedling within my skincare practice. So I think that's very helpful. So let's help each other and do that. Okie dokie. So let me get back in here. And yes, we're going to go back here. And so we've got that down. So now you figure out whether you can do it or you can't do it. And again, this was just this was Virginia, where I live now. So all you estheticians where I am in Virginia, New Jersey, I'll have to check Jersey, but yes, yes, and yes. I love these kinds of states. They're commonsensical, I think. So let's go. So like I said earlier, you could be very highly organized with your Sparties. And in the beginning, I wasn't. I just like flew by the seat of my pants and I wasn't really thinking about what I was creating. But I had not I didn't have an office in Cape Charles, and I had my services. I train people. I'm always mobile. So I was going to have a little party for my gals who had some skin tags, some capillaries, and things like that. So a couple of the gals said, "Yes, sure. I want to come over and get those treated." It was just like off the cuff. So before I knew it, two people turned into over 10 people. And some of you may have seen this one video I'm going to show you, but I guess what I'm trying to get at, this is a very popular video in my world, but in the background, you'll hear the rudimentary way that we went about this party. My husband and I hosted it at our place. Actually, two of the gals did, but it turned into about 10. And then the hors d'oeuvres came and the wine came and people were chatting. My husband was previewing the different things that we do. So he was letting people know about dermaplaning, about microdermabrasion. I'm just going to let you hear a little bit about how a party can sound because they get a little out of hand, but fun. This was a one room, big living room. I had a barber chair, a little barber chair that I ordered from Amazon because that was what I wanted to hold parties in. It was comfortable, but didn't take up a lot of space. And so let's just listen. It gets a little
fissures in it and all. It's a keratosis. Fissures. You're gonna get
no. It might hurt a lot less.
It has no blood supply to it.
no blood supply. Yeah. Yep.
So is that something that this machine would
Yeah,
do?
definitely. But I'm gonna show you.
You doing okay? Good.
We do something called dermaplaning with a surgical blade and handle.
I have had
You've
that
had it done.
Yeah.
Do you love it?
Basically take the
Yes.
scalpel blade, put it in a handle, and then as a form of exfoliation, we stretch the skin on the face.
You feel that though, don't you? You feel it, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. You're just doing great. Okay, so that nice lady, she was front and center. Now, all my parties aren't like that. Mostly they're not isolated and private for each client, but generally the attendees are having some charcuterie or something out in the dining area, probably away from me, but they're interested. They want to look over. They want to see what's going on. Now, if one of my attendees says, "I don't really want anybody to see me," that's fine. They're all amongst friends. So there's that. You're not doing it with total stranger on stranger. These are parties that you'll be hosting or they'll be hosting. We'll get to that with other people of the same feather, put it that way. So at the same party, I introduced some of the exfoliation wands that I had. And sorry about that crazy loud music, but same party doing some buffing on the skin. So what this just shows you is that mobile, little things that are mobile, like these hand buffing wands are clean. So they can put in any like bag or suitcase that you might pull around. So it's very easy so long as you have the right tools. And oh, hey, everybody. Awesome. Wow, wow, wowee. Wow, you guys are all really killing me here. I'm so glad you're here. And you know what? You know why I'm here? Because I really want to support you guys. I've been selling equipment since 2007 to you guys. And of course, that's my living, right? I'm selling things to make a living. But more importantly, I'm way beyond just the sales. I want to help you. I'm not selling anything here. I'm trying to give you as much service as I can. And I want you all to be successful because money makes me happy, and I'm sure it makes you happy too. When you make your clients happy, you'll make money. And so these training videos are for that support, not to be a salesy weirdo, but to be very helpful in you creating the business that you want to create. When, especially most of you, when I see you in the chat box, pretty much all of you have some of my equipment. So I'm here to support, not just here on the training, but you can always get me on Messenger and all that other crazy stuff. So, but this was my early days, unorganized. I didn't really, I shot from the hip just whenever I felt like I maybe want to do something because I traveled a lot. I didn't have an office where I needed to be. So, but now let's move on here. So, let's get to how to actually organize your very first spa party. Now, I'm in a lot of different groups on Facebook, a lot of nursing groups where the nurses are just starting out doing injections, some different procedures, maybe the IV hydration, all of those types of things, and the estheticians that are just getting geared up with their practice, the nurses that we train on the procedures like the Skin Classic, the Dermafrac, the Illuminate, all of those things. And when you're new, or if you're not so new but you need a jump start, then this is how you're going to start from today. First of all, you need your Facebook page, which you have because you're watching me. Second of all, you need your business page on Facebook. Your business page on Facebook is key when you're creating these events through Facebook. Now, you might be a big Instagrammer, and that's okay, but the people that I serve are mostly on Facebook. Older, like me, white haired, mature, they have money, and they're on time. So that's why I love Facebook and I love the Facebook events because they love to get involved with them and they want to help you out. So you're going to start like this. Okay, you've got your business page. And if you are one of my supporters, you know that any of my videos, any of my advertisements, any of my posts within my private group, you may use on your Facebook business page. That's how I want you to start attracting people. So now you want to create an event. Just like I created an event for today for you guys, you're going to create an event. You're just going to go into your business page and create an event. But you want to, I'm going to show you examples, but you have to have your inner circle first. You're that new nurse injector, and nobody's going to hire you, right? Nobody's going to trust you, right? But you're wrong. So, your very best friend, who may have been a model for you while you were training, or your cousin may have been a model for you, or somebody in your inner circle trusts you and wants you to be able to come to them and they'll host a little party for you. So they want to support you. So they're your first people, your very first party. We'll call her Judy. Judy, great. I'm so glad that you want to host this party. I'm so happy about that. Let's create the event on Facebook and you can be my collaborator. So the both of you are collaborators on Facebook and you'll see how this will work. So this was the event I set up for myself today, right? But now I want to introduce you. You probably all know Damian Jenkins, RN from New York City, and he uses the Skin Classic, the Dermafrac, the Illuminate. He also injects. He's a recent new injector. So he took my blog and ran with it, and he's already done spa parties. But he didn't do it so much with the Facebook event aspect of it. Now he is doing that, and it'll become more organized and a lot easier to duplicate because Damien still works as a nurse in a facility as an educator. So he can't be bothered like calling people and trying to sign them up and all of that. So when he does it through Facebook events, he's going to find it to be much easier. He can collaborate, say, with Judy, and Judy wants to have a party at her home, her summer beach house. So she'll have this on her page, you both will have the Summer Glow Up Skincare Party. Now, she'll share that with her friends. She can post it on her Facebook page, and then her friends that are interested can hit the interest button or the going button. Because when you create the event, you're going to create a description, just as I did, what to expect, and you don't even have to put where it is because the attendees or the interested parties will find out from you personally so that your address is not out there in the open. So that's something that you should keep private, especially when you're sharing on Facebook, and to prevent like stragglers just from popping in, because you don't want that. You want just the invited guests. So you've created the event, you've created the description, and you have posted it on Facebook. Now, the collaborator, Judy can go through her contacts and just hit the invite for those that might not see her Facebook page. Maybe they're busy, but they'll see her invitation. So they'll get that private invitation to it. And all the while, like Damien has his set for August 16th, 1 p.m. to 6. Now, that's a long time for a party. That's 5 hours. So I'm sure Damien is hoping to get maybe like 10 people. He keeps his procedures down to 30 minutes a piece, maybe even less. So he could probably do a little bit more, slip a few more in there. But he's got a lot of time between now and then to get those interested parties set up, signed up, consents, the whole bit before they ever set foot at the party. So I haven't been looking here. Now, I want you guys at any point in time to let me know if you have a question. I get on a roll, I start yakking. I might not see the question, but go ahead and post it if you do, and I will make sure I keep up with that. So let me keep moving here. So it's very easy. Go into your events, start creating the event for you and your friend Judy, and make sure it's the date she wants, the time she wants, and you can not put in the regular address, okay? So let me come here. Now, when you are doing these spa parties, you want people to see, like they love to see your equipment. They want to see what you're all about. Like, what is this? Like, what's going to happen? Who is our provider? Okay, there's crazy me in my golf cart, the Skin Tag Mobile, and I've got my equipment. And of course, down in Cape Charles, I no longer do these mobile services there. Mary Palm RN from Bay Creek does these. She's passed I've passed the torch on to her, and she's been doing mobile services in that area. So she has a completely different setup, which is pretty wild. And this was my old setup. Now I'm going to point over here to Damien. Now, Damien has really hit the pavement pretty hard here. He has been very busy in New York City. As you can imagine, doing mobile services when you have a car, when you have a golf cart, is pretty easy. But when you're in Manhattan, like he is, in a beautiful apartment, and you're trying to do mobile services, you have to hit the ground running. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. This is a video of Damien hitting the streets. He's got his suitcase behind him. He's got his Illuminate in his hand. He's got to navigate um, uh, the subway. He's got to navigate the sidewalks, the scaffolding, all of that stuff to get him to a place where he can get to his clients. So I'm sure that they so appreciate him doing that and take that extra time. He's even had special clients send a car for him to pick him up. So I think that is really very cool. Let me get back in here and stop that video. So yeah, so there's people, when you're doing mobile services, they kind of want to see what you're doing. One of our favorite mobile services person is Kelly in Texas. She's got this huge van she calls Goldie. She goes mobile in her van. I have another nurse in Louisiana, Miss Gafford, and she's got a van as well. And do you know where she does most of her mobile parties? At barbershop parking lots. She has cornered the market on being able to get parties at barbershop parking lots because the sign up sheet is there. That's more sign up sheet, but that's okay. It's not always the event like the Facebook event. Those like that sector is not necessarily using that, but she has created a sign up sheet, much like spas do when they want their nurse injector, having people sign up. So there's all different ways. But myself, Damien, and many others do hold Facebook events just for the fact that you can quickly do them over and over and have them highly organized. So let me see if there's any questions there. Oh, yeah, Damien, subway, taxi, car service, and these 2 feet. Damien, you're the best. And if you guys don't know Damien, he is a fabulous nurse. He's going to be in Arizona next week with the National Nurses and Business Association. He's going to be showing the nurses how he goes mobile, the equipment he uses. He's got great giveaways. So if you're going to be in Scottsdale next week, you've got to look him up. And if you need that link, put in the link NNBA. I'll get you that link so that you can go see Damien. He'll be there for 3 days. So it's going to be an awesome show. Okay. So moving along here. And I'll be doing some recaps here and there. This is my mobile setup. Okay. So when I do a service, you'll see it like now I'm in Jersey. So I do some of not the real housewives of Jersey, but I'm considering them the housewives of Jersey. They're swanky mansions, exclusive. It's unbelievable. But this is what I bring. I bring my chair, I bring my little case, and I'm ready to roll. So everything is pretty compact, a little light right on my table there. But I'm going to tell you something. Don't get stuck with this either. That what in treatment? Thanks. Okay. So that treatment setup. Okay, you're thinking, "Oh man, I want to be like Steph and I don't have that chair and I don't have that case." Don't you worry about it because I've been mobile for years. I can do treatments in a dining room chair and have a nice setup with a clean table and have my equipment on it. Sometimes I go into somebody's establishment, I'll look around, spot a great table and say, "May we use this table?" And they'll say, "Of course you can." So I'll make sure that I have everything squirreled away just the way I like it. Maybe they have a recliner that looks comfortable for the clients. So you don't need to have this setup to get yourself started. You can use what the clients already have and just do with it. Okay. So a few things you do need, but you don't have to be as polished looking as this. I don't know if that's actually real polished looking, but I do like it and it works for me. Sometimes I can't carry around that case because I just can't. I know I'm going to be going up too many steps or something, but the chair is portable. So okay, you're planning on doing the events, right? The parties. One thing you must do is you must keep a separate menu for your spa parties. You might be somebody who has maybe a laundry list of things that you do in your office or spa. Those are not the things you're going to offer at the spa party. You must hold things that are short, sweet, efficacious, and have them wanting to come back. Things that really make them talk. So, of course, you're all my people. Skin Classic, Dermafrac, dermaplaning, maybe some chemical peels, LED treatments. Those are the things that are fast, furious, and really make for great party favors. So you'll make sure that you have a separate menu so that when you create your event, you can go into that event and you can do separate posts just for the event that never winds up on your Facebook page, just to the people that are interested. So they get to see what you charge for a dermaplane treatment. They get to see what you charge for a skin classic treatment. And we all know, right? First words out of your mouth. I charge $25 per irregularity. Just as a reminder for those of you that don't know to say it immediately, that's what you want to say. Anyway, so now you've got your menu, your dermafrac treatment. What is your dermafrac microdermabrasion? What is it as a wet microderm? What do you charge for a dermafrac standalone, a dermafrac combo? Put it in there, put it in black and white so that your possible attendees that have hit the interest button, they didn't say they're going yet, but they're interested, well, they need to know a little bit more. So I have videos in this training that you can share with them in your separate posts. Now, once you make these posts, you're going to keep those posts. And the next party that you have, you're going to regurgitate those posts for the next party and the next party and the next party so that all of your party goers see it, but they're all different parties. So, and I have all these posts for you. So, this is the big thing. People need a short procedure, also things that they're going to want to have done at a future party that they want to host, and we'll get to that too. But you can come to their office, their facility, and you could have them glowing by the evening. And what I mean by that too is pop-ups. Your favorite realtor has an office full of real estate agents that need to look good. They're a great way to host a party, like a pop-up party in their office. They come and go. They have meeting days a couple times during the month. Well, they may want to have a meeting day with a real reason to meet, and that's to get a glow up so that they look good for their billboards, their cards, their whatever. They have to show up looking good. So think of a real estate agent that you absolutely love, and maybe that could be your first point of interest. I just wanted to post this today because we all know the end of the broadcast, giving away a $600 retail Lumara Bezo mask. Right now it's $500 in my store in case you do want to purchase one, but I wasn't here to do that. So you want to leverage the spa party. So you want those 10 clients quickly. So that's the way you're going to do it. You're going to set up the event with a collaborator, make sure that they're going to hit the interest button. Now, this is where some of the magic happens. So you both get to see who's interested, who's interested, who's interested. It's sort of like addictive. You're going to see who's interested. I do it all the time. I look to see who's coming to my live, who's interested, who's going, who can I nudge to come along. It's not like I'm selling something. I want them to learn something. So when I see an interested party for a spa party, I, as the provider, will message them and say, "Hey, Judy, thanks so much for your interest in the spa party. Look, I want to send you this form, my spa evaluation form, in the event that you are going to attend, so I have all of your information available." And Judy will have seen your post with what the prices are, what the procedures look like, the before and afters, like you're going to see. So Judy has a really good idea of what she probably wants to have done. And I will message her with a time for you. She may need some special help, and let me just see. Oop, Are we all okay? Raise your hand if you can still see me, hear me, doing all that. I just had a flicker in my internet, and I'm hoping we're all still here, which I do think we are. Okay. So if you want, to land those 10 clients. So I'm going to go to the next one. Okay. So here. So you have the event, you have your collaborator, you've got your interested parties. Your interested parties are being sent their forms via Jot form, Vagara, whatever it is you want to send out to them. Your spa evaluation form. You can make up a new Jot form if you like, the spa interest form, the Sparty interest form, which also says which procedures are you most interested in. And in that form, you're going to say microdermabrasion and you're going to say $100. You're going to see Dermafrac, you're going to see $200. You're going to see Skin Classic, $25 per irregularity, so that they know what they're signing up for. And so it's no surprise when they get there. So this is, I used to do a lot of just Skin Classic parties because they were fast, furious, and I didn't want to spend more time in the chair. Now I have faster procedures, so I don't mind doing others. But this is a video that you can do with your people. Let me I'm having a little, let me see. I find the challenging thing is getting people to fill out medical and intake form. Did an event a couple months ago, and it was a struggle. Even those that pre-registered didn't complete their forms. Okay, I'll get to you with that one. So let me see if I can stop this crazy madness here. Um, Sparty share. Okay. Okay, Sparty. Hang on just a second. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. Okay, so what to share, what and when apply the service. I'm not sure about that one, but let me get back to you about, let me show this in the stream too. The forms. Okay, so Diana, did you use an electronic form? Tell me yes or no. I'll wait for that yes or no. Now, when you are at an event, I didn't know what the urgency was for the event that you were doing. You were at a like a fair or something like that, and you wanted them to fill out forms. Is that correct? Is that what you're asking? Because people that you're going to send a link to for a spa party, they will probably fill out that link if they want to go. So that's a whole different thing. I have people fill out links at or a form at an event if they want to be a model to sign up so they can get their. So it was an event. Well, I don't know what the urgency was. What were you offering them? Did you just say sign up for anything? That had to be for something special. I'm doing it. I don't leave my spa without. Yes, Catherine. Perfect. Yeah, you are not really going to fire up a Skin Classic for less than 50. Believe you me, nobody comes with just one thing anyway. They have multiple irregularities that, you're going to find more and more. So that's not something that, oh, Rima, you couldn't see the slide. Let me see if this is working now. So in my swap party, I'll show something like this, and I'm going to. Okay. So when you share this kind of thing with your party people coming, they're going to say, "Wow, that could be me. I want to go." And that's where the women always bring the husbands. Like in my first few spa parties, it was at a Pilates collaboration event, and we were one of the vendors offered a separate discount menu with pre-registration to avoid doing it there. Well, okay, this is my take. I have to make sure people really want to sign up. And I get that there was a separate discount menu. A great way to get women to sign up, and this may be hard to hear, but I have done it many times and it has built my practice like crazy. You don't just do a discounted, you do a half price special. Do the half price special on skin classic treatments because that's the one that will be the highest ticket. And if you knock it down in half, you're still going to make quite a bit of money. Example. So, half price special. Somebody comes in with 20 sebaceous hyperplasia. And the first thing they want to know is, what do you charge? First thing you're going to tell them is, I charge $25 per irregularity. Don't beat around the bush. Don't go, well, it depends. If it's more than 15, don't do that. Just say $25 per irregularity. Well, you got 20 of them times 25. I don't know. Is that like 450? I'm going to say 450. So you say 450 and then you say, well, isn't that terrific though? You're here for the half price special that you signed up for at the Pilates event. So you know what? Now it's 225. Would you like to do it today or schedule that? Is it just that easy? It's just that easy. But people don't like to sign up for just like a discount. Ugh. I'm not signing up for just a discount. Ugh. It's got to be something good. So, unless you're doing a I'm talking about Facebook now. You just send the form via Facebook, the interested parties. Those interested parties are going to sign up because if they want to go to the party, they have to sign up, right? If you get a straggler at the party and they didn't sign up, you can send them the link and you can still get them to sign up while you're doing services. You're still going to get their information before you start working on them. But just a note, if you guys are doing any kind of discount and you're new to a procedure, try to work it out where you do a half price special. Nothing gets women are cheap. Nothing gets them on your table quicker than a half price special. And I'm going to tell you, back in the day in 2000, when I was doing permanent makeup and I moved to a different location, I put in a big glossy magazine, half price special on permanent makeup, 2 for 1. Okay. I was pretty fast at it. I only charged $350 per procedure. So that was like a $700 win, but I had to cut it back to $350. But I was doing brows and liner on a woman or liner and lips on a woman. It had to be on the same person. Do you know how fast I built my practice in Pueblo, Colorado? I was the busiest permanent makeup technician that side of the whatever river we were on. So, but that's because I did a half price special, introductory half price special. And you know what? All the years after that, people would always say, Steph, when are you going to do that half price special again? Not. I did it once. It was an introductory half price special. I worked my ass off. It did take a while, but guess what? The clients that I gained was crazy. So you guys with a skin classic or an LED or even the dermafrac, do microdermabrasion. If you don't want to do the full dermafrac because you don't want to, because of the serum or whatever you're doing, make sure you're charging the right amount and do it half price. You're not going to lose. You're just going to gain more clients. Half price specials are the way to go. It's not being chintzy, cheap. It's introductory. And that is the way you're going to get people to raise their hand. Not a measly little discount. I'm sorry, Diana, that doesn't work. It doesn't prompt them enough. So that's just my take on it. Always more than one irregularity. Wear your loops to spot the show clients with a mirror. One probe gets them all. You're so right. And what do you use? You use ice packs, huh? My people are pretty tough. I don't use anything. And you see me doing so many events, so many things like on I was at IECSC. I was at the NASN Pro events. I have people sitting in a chair, not very comfortable and working around their eye, and you can see them twitch, but not twitch enough to jump off the table. How do you handle the pain? That's been my biggest issue. Well, Christine, you've got to really, really stretch. And when you come to a client with a very calm demeanor, almost like a stupid hypnotic voice, like I do when I'm at the table, like, okay, and here we go. And, you calm them down, but you've got to stretch the skin really well. Come with a very calm hand and get them off the table as quick as possible. Move quick. Go zone by zone. Don't be willy nilly. Make sure you're getting things done, especially when you're at a party. You want to hurry up and get down around the face, whether you're doing microderm, you're doing skin classic, whatever it is, so that you're organized. Get that person out of your chair. They don't want to be in the chair anymore. And then you're ready for your next. Pain is challenging. Numbing can be done, but technique, talking clients through discomfort, right. Giving breaks, doing small batches. Okay. Boy, I am a real bitch because I tell you what, I just power through them. And I know you see them on my videos. And, but you know what? I recognize their discomfort. When I see somebody twitching, I'll be maybe doing tap, tap, tap. And then I stop. I let them go. And then I get right back at it. I don't lift my hands. I don't walk away. I don't let them get up. I just stay there so that I can get through the treatment and I get them through in a reasonably good amount of time. But yes, no, what did you say, Diana? Let me see. You did me without any numbing at a show? Right. It wasn't very comfortable. And, but that was in Florida, NASN Pro. That was fun. Yes, that's definitely true. So, okay, let me get back to this because, I'm hoping, I want to hear a raise of hands say, yeah, if you, after today, are going to try to create that event today on your event page, get it started. You don't even have to publish it. You know what I want you to do? Go to the event page, pick a date, pick a name for it. Pick a use I'll give you all, like, for you guys that have the triple threat, the Skin Classic, Dermafrac, and the Illuminate. I'll give you an event intro so that your people will know what it is. Make it all up, send it to me without publishing it, snapshot, and then let me know who your collaborator, who your first host is going to be, and we'll try to get you through all the steps live. Okay, so I'm there for you this week. I'm not traveling. I'll be doing some online trainings and such, but I'll be available for you to do this. Yes, Amanda, I know you are going to do it. Okay, let's go. Okay, and so on your social media, you definitely want to include in your event, include a video like this. If you're doing Dermafrac, you can't expect people to even know what it is. But when you show them video that you can copy from us, then go ahead and use it. Don't try to create a different wheel. Don't put your head through all that. Just get these, post them in the group or even on your social page so you can encourage people to go ahead and sign up for a party. Right? So people like to see this. They like to see what they're getting themselves involved in. So, and you can even do, like when you get onto an online course and the first video you see is, hey, thank you so much for being here. So glad you're interested in my spa party event. This is what you can expect. And then you can let them know what your services are. Your services may not be like my services. A lot of you guys have really some interesting things. And you know what? If you have a really interesting short procedure that you love to do, drop it in the comments. Let us know what it is because we may learn about a new quick 15 to 30-minute procedure that spa party people may like to do. And I'm not talking like masks. Masks, you could use them after a procedure. They could sit around with their masks on. That's great. But I'm talking about treatment time in the chair that is making you money. So drop any ideas that you have. And of course, you do need that simple referral loop. So, sometimes people say, well, I want to create something like memberships and packages, but I'm only mobile. I don't have a brick and mortar. So how am I going to do that if I can't be in the same place month after month? Well, you can be, because guess what? Like when I had a spa in Colorado, um, 3.5 to 4 months on the clock, I had a nurse practitioner come in and do Botox and filler for my clients and myself. So I had that like clockwork. That was more like a package. That was more like a membership. So not everybody did it every 3.5 months. She had a new lineup. She had the same people. It was always a mixed bag. But if you have that one client that really wants this service once a month, and you give her, we're going to get to the why, how you can get them in there with like a $50 discount. Now a $50 discount is a good discount, and I got ahead of myself a little bit here, but these procedures can be done month after month. Would you mind going to the same event month after month at this particular person's house? It's nice. It's pretty. Some of them are at the beach, wherever you are. So and you know that they're going to bring a nice gaggle of people, and they're not always the same. So you're getting maybe 5 to 8 new people at least during a party, or three, and then return referral, all of that. So when you are at the party, you can let people know that, yeah, I can do these parties at any time, not at any time, at your facility. And there's different rates for referral too. Some people, depending on the type of party it is, the amount, you can have a set checklist. Like $50 off a procedure is nice. 50 is a good amount, especially like in our world. Our procedures can be, they're never under $100, right? You're never going to really do anything under 100. Your dermaplane, you're probably going to put some serum, maybe a little LED, call it 100. Even if you're on the low end of the spectrum and you people don't charge a lot, like microderm, a serum, LED, 100. Bump it up if you're going to do whatever, like dermaplaning. So you're going to have those. So $50 off for the hostess is not a bad thing. However, you can always let them know if there's a certain number of people that are present and have procedures, perhaps they're going to get their procedure free. And that's what I like to do, because I can guarantee they're going to feel bad if they don't gather these people. So if you do that one person free, then they're more likely to work hard gathering those invites. That is super important, to gather the invite so that you have a house full of people. Now, Damien's doing one from 1 to 5. I generally do mine in 2 to 3 hours, but 1 to 5 is a great time, because you're going to have a lot of people. And not only that, I kind of skipped a spot that is very important, because I'm going to be talking about the Viso, right? So in one of my pictures, maybe it's coming up, or maybe I already did it. Um, you need to have a preview, and the preview can be done right in Facebook. I have a video. I'll share that with you today at one of my parties. It was very exclusive. I set out my retail, and I didn't bring everything I had. I brought my Definage, my skincare line. You bring yours, the most popular, the most things that you think people will buy. Don't confuse them. A few of the items that you really think they should have. I bring my Viso, which is a big plus. maybe eyelash serum, silk. I have the silk sheets for wrinkles, things that might sell at a party, you can put right in your party event so that they get to see and know these products before they even come to the party. So they'll say, wow, I was looking at your definition. That looks really interesting. Well, tell me more. Okay. So you don't want to tell everybody all at one, you want to tell everybody all at one time. So much like the old Tupperware lady, right? In the beginning, remember? Or your Mary Kay. Everything's set out on the table. What do they do before they put a washcloth to the face? They're going to go through the products. They're going to tell you what's available, what you're going to do, what the products do. And that's the same way you want to do at these events. The gals and guys crowd into a room together and you have your products there, you have your table, you've got your setup like you saw in the previous slides. And now you're going to let them all know what these procedures are, even though they saw them on your event page. And sometimes it doesn't, they don't realize what it is. When they can actually see the dermafrac, they can actually see the little handpiece. Now they know what microdermabrasion looks like. They may say, oh, I only came for the buff and glow, which is 15 minutes, but I think I really would like that wet microderm. Could I do that instead? Yeah, of course you could. It's a little bit more, right? So, and now you've educated them all at one time. You're not doing drips and drabs in your chair. You're getting them all at one time. So then they're sitting there thinking, well, she signed up for a dermafrac and wow, did you ever have that before? Yeah, I had it before. It was great. And then before you know it, you're getting more high dollar procedures in your chair. So you definitely need to do a preview online, but then do it prior to you doing the party itself. So they appreciate that. They get to really think about it. And so this referral loop thing, you've got to get people in that referral loop so that you can schedule. And it's always good for you to have that schedule available right then and there. If you're doing the party, make sure if it's like every Thursday that you're available and Sunday afternoons or something, you let them know that so that they can say, wow, I love Sunday afternoons. My husband's watching football. Let's do it then. You know, that kind of thing. So don't be willy-nilly with it. Bring your book, get them to sign up, let them all know what your incentive is to do the party. You'll see that there'll be fractures off. The people will want to host it because either they want a free treatment or they have other family that they want to bring besides the friends that they had here. So there's all kinds of those referral loops that you need to do it. I always bring skincare products for sale. Yes, you do. I do too. And if you use small, like I have Definage starter kits. So if someone is doing, say, a dermafrac treatment with me, and I can't let them go home and use their Arbonne or their Oil of Olay, so I have those readily available. And when they run out, if they absolutely love the skincare, which most of my people do, I just ship it to them. Just ship it to them. I have a link and everything. I give them a little break on the price because they were a party goer. They're real happy about that. So if your company has samples that last a few days, especially if you're doing like Skin Classic, you want the skin nourished really well, then get those. It's worth the little bit of investment that is, and you also know what they're doing with their skin. Okay, I think we're coming near the end, but let me see here. Okay, and you don't have to do it alone. You never have to do it alone because you're here with me. So, this week, all of you out there that said yes, I'm going to check in with you. You want to use a picture for your event, like Damien had his picture while he was doing an event. He was educating actually on the Skin Classic Dermafrac and LED to a room full of nurses. That was a very interesting picture. So if you have a picture with a group of people, maybe you did an event where you had a nice open house or something like that, get that in there and make your post. And later, I'm going to drop my post for the event that I think you should um, do a description. Now, if you're going to throw in like a 10-minute chemical peel or a hand treatment or something like that, that's great. Do that. You could just add to what I'm going to give you. And that's another thing. Hands are really great at spa parties because you could do a hand with a Skin Classic in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I have video on it, but you could do the microderm first and then do that. That's a great treatment that I forget to really think about. But okay, so that ends that. Let me get this up here. I want to share this screen. Okay, so this is the screen I want to share. But oh, let's show you in the screen there. Okay, good. But so now I just want to do a recap. I know you've heard me say it a bunch today, but let's do that recap. Let me get you out of there. And let me just get this. Sorry, guys. I just want to. I'm just going to get rid of this, I think. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to spin this wheel, So recap. Facebook page, Facebook business page. It's a must. You have to have it. That's where us old people with money hang out. And time and manners. So you want to be on Facebook. You're going to create the event, just like in the slide. You can copy what Damien had to say. He's a great educator. I'm sure he won't mind. Pick a date, pick a time, let the location ride. Now, pick your collaborator. Your collaborator could be your cousin. Say, cousin, help me out. I need to start my practice and you can help me. So I'm going to ask you to host this for me. I'll buy the food, whatever, but host it for me. And let's get all of our people invited. Like invite family members, invite neighbors, even if they don't sign up for, say, the injections or whatever, get them to sign up. Say, even if you don't want to have procedures, I need the practice and I want you to come over for a free consultation. Okay. So get people on the books, get used to seeing that interest button turn to going button by sending those people on Facebook now your spa evaluation form and let them see everything that you offer in the event posts. So you can make as many posts in the event itself. Make them all one time and then just repost those for every event that you do. Have the party do your preview of your procedures, your products in front of everyone. Make sure everybody understands what you're doing. Present in a nice way. Make sure you look professional. Don't come haphazard. Make sure you use those little goodie bags, people, that I always taught you to make so that you're not hunting and pecking for your stuff. You look organized. And then do the procedure, have them talk about it. And I didn't talk about cashing people out. And some of you might get stuck on this that maybe are new. You haven't really even worked with some of these like Venmo or Square. I have these people already in my world because they filled out their questionnaire, their spa evaluation form. So I have their email, I have their phone number. And okay, say their dermafrac treatment was 250, and they'll say, "Well, should I pay you here?" Now, I don't want to look like a drug dealer behind the chair and say, "Okay, let's do this. I got my phone, I got this. Oh, you're giving me cash. It's even better." I usually say this because I can't think that fast in between clients. I'm trying to get cleaned up. I want to look organized. So I generally say, why don't you go have some hors d'oeuvres, you know, have a drink, relax with the gals, and then I'll come out there. I'll send you the invoice because my hope is that they're going to buy something else. I don't want to send them two invoices. I just want to send them one. So after they've looked at things, I've talked about skincare, they're probably going to buy something else besides just the 250 Dermafrac. Okay. So I invoice them. Either it's right there or I tell them what it is. They can Venmo me. So that's fine. But don't do it right at the chair because you will look like a drug dealer. And as much as I think that's comical sometimes, it's stressful for me because sometimes my brain can't think fast enough and I got the numbers and blah, 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 blah. And I might mess it up. I have to really concentrate when I'm working with numbers. So try that. What don't you mind? Oh, I don't know, but anyway, so and then you're going to also towards the end of the event while everybody's not munching and noshing and drinking and having fun. Who's going to have the next party? Who wants to sign up? These are the best days for me. What works for you? Or you can do it any way you want, but try to get somebody right then and there to take up the hit because when you talk about these procedures, you're talking about, we all do it, they should be done about once a month, right? So get them on that thought so that once a month, maybe you're going to go to this place. Once a month, you're going to go there. So you don't need the brick and mortar to be a big CEO. Okay, sharing information. Oh yeah, you're right, Damien? Yeah, and Damien knows he has some high ticket parties too. So you don't want to mess up the invoices. And now that you got all their information, they're not going to run out the street and not pay you. Don't worry about that. Okay, so any questions? Great idea. So you can offer a raffle too. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. You could offer a raffle. That's even better, or yeah, Damien's doing a great raffle at the National Nurses and Business Association this week. I'm just thumbing through to make sure there aren't any questions that I didn't answer. Yeah, Damien, go through Damien's Facebook page, RN Mobile Skin, and look at his hair growth journey with Definage serum and Dermafrac. Okay, great. Well, I think everybody, I got their questions answered, and of course, it doesn't stop here. Ask questions in this thread all day long if you like. I'm going to post in the event that you're in right now, the post that you can start your event. So, without further ado, I am going to get rid of me here. Get rid of me here. And this isn't the Buff and Glow kit. That was a mistake. This is for the $600 Lumara. And when your name is called, you have to private message me one message, your full name, shipping address, and your phone so that my assistant can get this off to you pronto. No other words in there because I'm just going to copy paste it and give it to her so it's easy. She can just get that labeled up. So, okay, I love these wheels. Thanks. I mean, that was a pretty good amount of people that because it was midnight that we did that. So at the end. So here we go. Let's see who's going to win. I'm so excited. Ah. Robin Ray. Okay, Robin. Robin, you were one of my first people to sign up. So make sure, yes, that if you're there, I'm sure you are. So make sure that you go ahead, message me that, and I will get that shipped over to you pronto, real quick. And let me pop this one up here. Okay, guys. So if you have any questions, let me know. Jill, I'll be waiting to hear from you to get this into the mail for you. And let's see what I can come up with next week. If there's any topic that you think you need a little help with, please let me know. I like to do at least 3 in a row of helpful topics for you guys. And I have plenty on YouTube if you want to go through those, all of that good stuff. Um, oh, great, Maria. And see, I knew you would find me today. That's terrific. Okay, guys. Well, you go out, have a great Monday, and let's get cracking on those events. I'll be looking for all those people that said yes to see their first Facebook event for their skincare business. Thanks. See you.